Out of all the homeless people in the United States, about 40 to 60% of them have a job. They're still homeless, by the way.
If America is such a great and rich country, why do you have so many homeless? Why is it you can work a 40-hour work week and still be homeless?
Me and my girlfriend both worked 2 jobs when we were homeless.
Here in America, you can literally work a full-time job and still be homeless.
Spend the morning with me before I go to work as a homeless 28-year-old in Montana living at a campsite with my friend and our dogs.
The percentage, if it's possibly upwards to 60%, you're talking about more than half of the people that are homeless have a job, but yet they can't get a house.
Let me paint you a picture. You wake up at 5 a.m., you get dressed, you clock in, you work 8, 9, 10 hours on your feet. You do everything that society told you a responsible adult is supposed to do. And then you go back to sleeping in your car, or a storage unit, or a shelter, because the paycheck you just earned doesn't even come close to covering what a landlord wants for a basic roof over your head. This is not a story about lazy people. This is not a story about people who gave up or made bad choices. This is a story about Americans who are doing everything right, working full-time jobs, sometimes 2, and still cannot afford to exist in the cities they work in. Think about that for a second. The people serving your food, stocking your shelves, taking care of your elderly parents, driving your packages to your door, a growing number of them have nowhere to go home to at night. They are working and homeless at the same time. And that sentence should not even be possible in the richest country on earth, but here we are, and nobody in power seems to want to talk about it. So today, we're talking about it.
Day 23, living in my car. Let's go to work. Big day today. I don't like wearing scrubs. I only have one pair of scrubs, realistically. I have the option between business casual and medical scrubs. Today we're going to be in the emergency department, and they are very strict on scrubs. That's what I was told. So here we are, looking skeezy. Ooh, man. Everything I need to get ready at work is in here. So I think I'm ready to rock out. Can't forget about the hair. Too tired to shower. I'm just about to fold my clothes that I washed yesterday, call it a night, shower before work tomorrow, organize it to the best of my ability.
If America is such a great and rich country, why do you have so many homeless? Why is it you can work a 40-hour work week and still be homeless? I can tell you this. In Russia, if you work a 40-hour job, you will not be homeless, you will not be hungry, you will not need for health care, and you'll have education. You'll be able to go to college, you get free health care, and you'll have a home, and you'll have food. And you'll still have a little bit of money left over for things to eat if you have a low-end job. So you'll be able to do some things depending on the job you have. And I've said this before, somebody working McDonald's in Russia versus somebody working McDonald's in the United States, they'll have a better life in Russia. Now, on the very high end, it could depend, there's all sorts of factors, but in most jobs, you can do better here. You have no education debt. You don't have medical debt. You don't have to pay gobs for health insurance. And the taxes are lower too. Before all you ignorant people chime in, no, it's not communist. It hasn't been communist since the fall of the Soviet Union in 1991. So if America's so great, why do you have so many homeless people, many of whom are working 40-hour full-time jobs? Why are people losing their houses when they get sick? I mean, why do you think Luigi's so popular? He's onto something, and that's just one aspect. That's just the healthcare aspect.
Here in America, you can literally work a full-time job and then some and still be homeless. These jobs, the wages that these jobs offer, don't pay enough to afford rent. You're lucky if you can even afford to rent from somebody anymore. It's like if you want to have a car to drive to and from work, you also got to think about like the gas prices going up. In a lot of areas here in America, gas has reached over $4 a gallon. And then you got to think about like food expenses, you know, toiletry expenses, and then the money to, you know, afford rent. Or say you rent a room from somebody. You know, even that's not really even cheap anymore. But just go get a better job, they say. Budget your money better, they say. Just pull yourself up by the bootstraps, they say. You cannot work your way out of corporate greed. You can't budget your way out of corporate greed. There's literally individuals out here making the most money that they've ever made in their life, and they're still struggling like hell to make ends meet. And I'm sick and tired of this stigma that people who don't want to participate in capitalism anymore just have a victim mentality, one that's necessarily not true. We're sick and tired of these low wages and the ungodly high cost of living. And honestly, it feels like it's the sanest response to quit participating in something that no longer serves you.
We didn't use government assistance to get out of homelessness. Me and my girlfriend both worked 2 jobs when we were homeless. I decided to record our entire homeless journey. I even recorded while I was at work. These videos garnered millions of views. One video, for example, paid us $4,000. And that's just one video. We had tons of videos that were paying us thousands of dollars, and we took that money and got out of the woods. Because of these videos, we actually pay a lot of taxes, 15 grand to be exact. So instead of using taxpayers' money to get out of homelessness, we actually paid more taxes in contrast to the average person. We now have a home, and we earned this through hard work and perseverance. So to everyone saying we use taxpayers' money to get out of homelessness, it's just simply not true. We made a career sharing our raw, authentic story.
Out of all the homeless people in the United States, about 40 to 60% of them have a job. They're still homeless, by the way. So we're also, and I'm gonna be non-biased. There's people that don't live in an apartment complex, a house, a townhome, whatever. They are in an RV, tent, car. There are people that do that. That technically counts as homeless. There are people that have jobs that choose to do those things so they can save money because it's just too hard to hold down an apartment sometimes. It's just too hard to hold down a house sometimes. I'm not speaking from that perspective. I'm speaking from the numbers and the understanding that that's what these people are going through. While we have upwards to 60%, the number could be far lower than that, but we have people that are homeless with jobs. Why don't they have a house? Why aren't they given access to affordable housing? This is not even political. Like, it's just a common sense question that you would even ask in a U.S. history class, in a global history class, things when you're looking at social studies. Why can't people afford a place to put their head under? Again, many other variables and factors that can contribute into why they are actually homeless but still have a job. But the percentage, if it's possibly upwards to 60%, you're talking about more than half of the people that are homeless have a job, but yet they can't get a house. Is the mathing for y'all? Because it's not mathing for me.
I just woke up and just picked up a closing shift today, so spend a morning with me before I go to work. As a homeless 28-year-old in Montana, living at a campsite with my friend and our dogs. He is so ready to get out of this car. I gotta hook you up, buddy. Don't go too far. All cleaned up in there. Nice. Just took a dab, so let's go. Kofifi! Oh. Off to the bathhouse. Now we are at work until like 8, so wish me a good day. More like wish me a better day, because today has already not been it. So if you know, you know. It's gonna be better from here though, only up from here.
I'm homeless and I'm carless, but I do have a job, so follow along on this journey as we turn challenges into triumphs and save for another place to stay and another vehicle. Right now we're at the bus stop. It's currently raining and 50 degrees. I haven't had to ride the bus in a couple months. This is going to be interesting. It's actually the next day. We're here at the bus stop just waiting. It's a new day, so I'm really trying to be optimistic today. I didn't film anything yesterday after what was shown just because my mental health, I feel like, is declining. Anyways, we're here at the bus stop. Let's get the day going. (7:42). I'm just getting to work. The only bad thing about riding the bus sometimes is that I'm late, but I'm gonna go ahead and clock in, bestie, and get to work, and then I'll check back on break. Finally made it on break. I ate a mini tuna sandwich. Now I'm just gonna scroll a little bit and enjoy the weather. The day's been good so far, but I did have a moment earlier where I teared up a little bit. It was just like in the moment, like when somebody asks you if you're okay or if everything's good, and you just feel so overwhelmed and the tears just coming. Yeah, that's what happened. I'm doing better now. I'm just going to chill for the rest of my break and then I'll check back. Just got off of work. It's 1:40. I'm currently sitting in the grass waiting for the bus. I think I have about like 15 minutes. I do feel like my shift went pretty well. Now I just need to go back to the hotel and kind of chill for a little bit. I think I might take a nap. My mind is just racing and I just need it to stop for a little bit. So I probably will take a nap and then I work tonight at 6. Just got to the hotel room. I'm gonna take the dogs out and see if we can find something to eat. I have pizza in the air fryer and I'm not going to do too much else until I have to go to work tonight. So I'm going to end the video here. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me today. As I always appreciate you. Don't forget to like the video. All and any engagement helps get out of the hotel. So I really appreciate you as always.
Hey, it's Paul. And before anyone jumps in, I'm not here for sympathy. I just want to show the part people don't see. Living full-time in a van in this country isn't the carefree lifestyle people imagine. For a lot of us, it's not about freedom, it's about surviving. I work, I pay my way, I contribute, and still some people are angry at me just for existing like this. One of the hardest parts is finding somewhere safe to sleep. I've got a quiet spot now, and I'm grateful. But that can disappear overnight. One wrong place, one knock, and you're looking at fines that can be hundreds of dollars just for sleeping. People assume van life is cheap because there's no rent. But this van isn't a hobby, it's my home. If it breaks down, I don't just lose transport, I lose shelter. Keeping it safe and road legal costs a lot. And it has to be done. Right now, my van is in the shop and I got a $1,300 repair bill. There's a mental side no one talks about. I'm constantly alert, always listening, always aware. If something goes wrong, especially a medical emergency, it's just me. Every night is basically a quiet, please let me get through this moment. For context, I built this van while caring for my dad, who had dementia. After he passed, I didn't qualify for emergency housing because I work. I don't have rental references, and rent near my job is completely out of reach for one person. I'm not doing too bad though. I've got food and water, I shower at the gym, I use public facilities, I pay my way, I have what I need, and for now I'm okay. And honestly, It's me living like this probably means someone else gets a house. It's one less person competing in a system that's already breaking. So no, this isn't a lifestyle trend, and I'm not asking for pity. I just want people to understand something. When working people end up living in vans, that's not freedom. That's a warning sign.
Welcome back to a day in the life of a DoorDash driver. It's 10:30. I woke up at like 8 o'clock, but I just could not get up. I think I'm just getting burnt out from doing all this driving and being stressed out. I am going to get up right now and get my dog fed. I'm going to walk him in the neighborhood that I slept in, and I'm going to try to start dashing a little bit earlier today, just so that I could try to make more money than I did yesterday. Overall, we slept pretty good. I did wake up a couple times in the night. The street that I'm on is kind of busy, and we have the front windows cracked a little bit, so I could kind of hear the cars driving by, but because I sleep with the earplugs, it didn't bother me that much. Hopefully it didn't bother Tokyo too much, but he can sleep while I'm driving.
It's 1:09. I fed and walked Tokyo. I ate a little bit for breakfast. My lentils have gone bad, so I have to throw those out. I guess I'm gonna start door dashing. I need to wash my face and do my hygiene, but honestly, I just don't even feel like it. I went through a lot of the comments last night that you guys left on my videos from a few days that I posted yesterday or whatever. And some of you guys are really ignorant and rude, and it's just really mind-boggling to me. It's kind of put me in a bad mood today. I just don't feel good. I talked about my story, about how I got here, and I responded to a lot of the comments that, you know, you guys just don't understand certain things. And I'm just starting my day feeling bad about myself. I'm already homeless. Like, how much worse can it get? You know, people on the internet being fucking assholes. But I'm not gonna worry about washing my face and brushing my teeth today. Like, I just don't even care. I'm gonna start door dashing and try to make money. The goal is to persevere, to not let, you know, things stop me and get me down like you mean people on the fucking internet. It is my choice to share my journey online, and I don't regret that, and I'm going to continue doing it despite whatever anybody fucking says. If I have fucking eyelashes or lip fillers or whatever fucking reason you guys want to give, I don't fucking care. I'm going to share my journey. This is my page. If you don't like seeing it, you can definitely get off of it. It's really fucking simple. I do want to thank 2 people for cash apping me this morning. I wasn't expecting it, and I really appreciate you taking the time. Any little bit helps, it counts, and so I'm very thankful. Thank you. I also have gotten a lot of support on here, you guys telling me, you know, where to shower and Planet Fitness, and like, I've read all the comments. I just don't have the time to respond to 1,000 comments, but I responded to as many as I could last night, and I created video responses this morning. I was actually supposed to start door dashing at 11. It's 1 o'clock. I'm gonna go ahead and start because I've spent enough time responding to videos and stuff. But I do appreciate you guys that have been supportive. It means a lot to me. I appreciate all the tips and tricks and stuff. There's a lot of things that I screenshot that I will be looking into, so thank you for that.
So let's call this what it actually is. This is not a housing crisis. A crisis implies something unexpected, something accidental. What's happening to American renters right now was built. It was constructed. Decision by decision, policy by policy, loophole by loophole. By people who saw housing not as a human need, but as an investment opportunity. corporate landlords and private equity firms have been buying up single-family homes and apartment complexes across America at a scale most people don't fully understand. They buy the properties, they raise the rent, they let the conditions deteriorate just enough to stay legal, and then they raise the rent again. And because they own so much of the available housing in certain markets, there's nowhere else to go. You either pay what they're asking, or you figure something else out. And figuring something else out for millions of Americans means living in their car, couch surfing, splitting a one-bedroom with 4 other adults, choosing between rent and food, between rent and medicine, between rent and any small piece of dignity that makes life feel worth living. Meanwhile, the politicians who are supposed to fix this are standing in front of cameras talking about the American dream, while taking campaign donations from the same real estate lobbyists killing it. The system is not broken. For the people at the top, it is working exactly as intended. And here's what breaks my heart the most. The people suffering through this are not sitting around doing nothing. They are working. They are showing up. They are exhausted and stressed and stretched to their absolute limit, and they are still showing up. That kind of resilience deserves a livable wage and an affordable home, not a tent, not a parking lot, not a storage unit. Nobody who works full-time in America should have to wonder where they're sleeping tonight. That should be the absolute bare minimum standard of a functioning society, and the fact that we've fallen so far below that standard, while billionaires add zeros to their net worth, is something every American, regardless of politics, should be furious about. Stay angry about this. Talk about this. Because the moment we normalize working people being homeless is the moment we've completely given up on each other. Thanks for watching. If this video resonated with you, share it, because somewhere out there right now, somebody is watching this from their car, and they need to know that people see them.